Happy new moon to my YouTube friends and family. Lotus Dawn here. Salutations to everyone all around the globe. The new moon is coming in hot in 10 minutes from now, 10:47 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And so we are right in the most powerful peak energy of the new moon cycle. Did you know that the new moon is the most powerful time for manifesting, for setting the seeds of our intention of what it is we want to create? Lotus Dawn here with Blossom, with the stars, true to the actual stars, sidereal astrology. Whew. And today, my partner and I were planning to do a new moon update, astrological update, and new moon intention setting call. However, the astrology of today had other plans for us. So, one of the big energies with this new moon has to do with the planet Uranus, the planet of change, unexpected happenings, and electricity. It is directly opposite Mercury, the planet of communication, which is actually retrograde right now. And today, as I got up to prepare for the event, our electricity was off and it actually did not come on until 2 hours after our event would have been over. And so we had to reschedule. So, good news, if you would like to go deeper on this new moon energy, what type of intentions might you want to set at this new moon time? Then join us tomorrow, November 20th at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, followed by an intention setting call at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So let's dive into it. This new moon is actually happening in Libra. Whoa. I know that you're hearing across the world that this new moon is happening in Scorpio. Well, I'm here to show you that is incorrect. And in fact, if you had a telescope or you got Star Walk 2 yourself or Stellarium, you could look up into the sky right now and you would see that both the sun and the moon are in Libra right now. So let's go check it out. Let's go check out what sign the actual sun and moon are in right now, because you all deserve the truth. I don't know about you, but I'm a big fan of truth. And so if you want to see the actual sky and what sign the sun and moon are actually in, let's go check it out. So you can do this yourself. You can get stellarium.org and we're going to just go look at the sky. Who wants to see what's actually happening? Okay. So here is the actual constellations in the sky. If you were to have a telescope, sometimes when you're watching Stellarium, you'll see little, things go across the sky, little satellites. Well, what sign is that sun and moon in tonight? Okay. So here's Scorpio, right? Everyone said the sun, moon, Mercury, everything's in Scorpio. Here it is. Y'all, there are no planets in Scorpio except for Mars. So Mars is in Scorpio tonight. Okay, Mars is the planet of action. It's the planet of doing. It's the planet of the masculine. So when Mars is in Scorpio, yeah, you can expect some big Scorpio energy. And what is Scorpio? Scorpio is the planet of transformation. It's the planet of intensity. It's the planet of the claw, right? The stinger, right? Sometimes you get a little bit of a sting when Mars is in Scorpio. But you guys, the sun and the moon are not in Scorpio. They are in Libra. And so is Venus. So we have the sun with Mercury, the moon, and Venus. Okay, so we have this trifecta, 1, 2, 3, 4, all in Libra. Okay, and so Libra is a very different energy from Scorpio. And I was tuning into the collective today and I was thinking how, gosh, if everyone on the planet thought that this new moon was in Scorpio, what would they be thinking? They're going to think, okay, well, this new moon is about intensity. Scorpio also represents death. It represents sex. It represents sort of the deepest initiations that we have in life. Well, they might be expecting some rather intense things to happen today, right? And so the power of our mind and expectation was today a challenging day. Imagine tons of people thinking this new moon is in Scorpio across the world. And it's not, it just simply is not there. Okay. So here is we've got the sun conjunct Mercury. They're very, very close together. We'll take a look at how close together they are right now. And then we have the moon right next to it. The new moon, of course, it's the black moon, right? You can't see it because it's been its deepest, darkest peak. And so the new moon is the most powerful time to set intentions. And so tomorrow, my partner, Michael Grady, and I are going to go live. We were going to go today, but because Uranus, which is the planet of sudden unexpected changes, is actually opposite all this stuff, it can mean sudden unexpected happenings related to electricity and the internet, which is what we had an issue with today. So I love astrology is always hilariously on point to exactly what's happening. If you want to dial this in deeper with us tomorrow, and you want to find out what is it going to mean for us having Sun, Moon, Mercury, and Venus in Libra over the next 2-week period until we get to full moon, what kind of things can we expect? What's a good thing to focus on setting our intentions for? Come join us tomorrow night. You can put a yes in the comments. You can send me a message at blossomwithlotusnow@gmail.com. You can find us on Telegram. I'll leave a link. But we're going to do an event tomorrow starting at 5 p.m. where we're going to go into the astrology of having the sun, moon, Mercury, and Venus all in Libra, all opposite Uranus, all with that Mercury retrograde up in the mix. It's going to be exciting, and we're going to dive really deep. Then we're going to set our intentions for the dreams, hopes, wishes that we want to manifest in the next 2-week cycle from new moon to full moon. And Michael, my partner, is an amazing energy clearing practitioner. And he's going to muscle test for the group what we need to clear so that we can align to our biggest hopes, dreams, wishes, and desires. So this is going to be big. This is very exciting. If you want some support going forwards with activating your dreams, hopes, wishes, and desires, come and join us. It's going to be super powerful. Just go ahead and write in the comments, yes, I want to join you. Yes, I want to be there. And let me know, how have you been doing? We are at literally 1 degree of Mercury retrograde from the sun. So we are in a peak window of opportunity where sometimes miracles in communication can happen. So typically Mercury retrograde is challenging, but once we get into that 1 degree mark, miracles might come through right now. So be looking out for your communication miracle. And I love to hear in the chat what your experiences with this new moon have been so far. Yay, awesome. Excited to have you join us. Okay, and I'm going to go do another live. So if you have any questions, anything else you want to share in the chat, now is a good moment. If you have any questions, go ahead and ask. And, go ahead and comment. Do you like these lives? Should I do more lives? What are your questions? What do you want to hear about? What do you want to learn about? What are your biggest astrology dreams that you would love to go deeper on? This is a powerful time. It is literally at this moment in time, right now, exactly the new moon. And so get ready for tomorrow for the live event. But right now, take a moment with me. And for 68 seconds, I want to invite you to tune into what are your core hopes, dreams, and desires going forwards into the next 2-week cycle from new moon to full moon. That's where the magic happens. That's where the manifestation happens. That's where the wins are. What do you want to create? What's your goal? What's your hope? What's your dream? What's your desire? And just The best way to pray, the best way to create is to imagine it as though it is real now. So just tune into your heart, just tune into your soul, just tune into the beautiful energy of the creator of all that is, and just invite yourself to tune into what you want to have, what you want to be, what you want to do. What's your dream scenario? What's your dream outcome? What would you like to create right now, as it is the new moon, as it is this powerful time of creation? What is it? What's in your heart? What's in your soul? What do you want to create? Imagine it as though it is real. Imagine it as though it is happening right now. You're living it, you're breathing it, you're feeling it through every pore. We're just going to ask God and the angels to come in and bless us. And I'm so excited for tomorrow because we are going to be doing a live event to dive into these incredibly potent, incredibly powerful new moon energies: Sun, Moon, Mercury, and Venus, all in Libra, the sign of balance, the sign of relationship, the sign of beauty, the law, justice. What does this mean for us going forwards into the next 2 weeks? And what might be a good focus for us to tap into at this time? Come join us. Type yes in the comments if you want to join us tomorrow, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'll be doing the astrological update. We'll be diving deep. And then at 6 p.m., we'll be clearing all the blocks that might be in the way of you manifesting your joy, your hope, your dreams, your wishes, your desires. It's all about what you want to call in. It's all about what you're excited about. It's all about what you want to create. Gosh, such a powerful moment. Did you know the new moon time is the most powerful time to set your seeds of intention? Would you like to join a group to assist you to go deeper with that, to amplify the energy and to create it even bigger and stronger? Come join us tomorrow and type yes in the chat, and I will send you the link. It's going to be powerful. It's going to be beautiful. In fact, it already is powerful. It already is beautiful. And we are already celebrating now. So I send you all immense love and light. Hopefully, I will see you tomorrow for the live event. And remember, when you want to create, the best way to manifest is to feel it real, to imagine it, to sense it, to be with it, completely at one with it, as though you are it. It's already here. It's already me. It's already mine. I already have it. Wow. And just feel the stress melt off as you tune into the reality, into the dimension where you already have the thing. It's already yours. You've already been living your whole life with it. And gosh, doesn't it feel so nice? And that you are worthy of it. You are deserving of it. And it is just so powerful and beautiful and amazing. Yay, Carly, so great to see you. Yeah, it was so wild. My partner, Michael, and I were set to go live today for the new moon to do an astrological update and to do the energy clearing of clearing your goals, dreams, and desires. And last night, my phone stopped working. And then this morning, before we went on, a couple hours before, the electricity went off for we had no notice this was coming. We had no idea what was happening. It was just off. Our neighbor said it should be back on like an hour after we were going to be done with our event. So we had to postpone it, but that's the good news. So if you would still like to join us, we will be doing this event. We're still in the new moon window. It's still the most powerful time of the lunar cycle to set intentions. And it's so powerful to find out what the energetic of the planets are. And as I shared in the beginning of this live, this new moon is actually in Libra. And you will hear on every mainstream astrologer site that it's in Scorpio. And so I know a lot of people were really concerned going into this new moon with it being in Scorpio. But here's the truth, it's actually in Libra. And so this new moon brings up a lot of themes about balance and about harmony and about relationships, right? And so we're going to go live tomorrow to go deeper into this astrology. Thank you for the holiday season greetings. Wonderful. Yes. It is actually, my friend, Libra season. And I'm just going to disrupt the narrative here because most people are saying that this new moon is in Scorpio. Well, would you like to know the truth? 2,000 years ago, this new moon would have been in Scorpio, but the Western astrologers didn't know that there's a slight movement in the constellations, which causes a shift. And so today is actually a new moon in Libra. So I'm just going to take you guys up one more time, up to the actual sky, and we're going to see what constellation the sun and moon are actually in tonight. Okay, have you guys ever heard of Stellarium? Stellarium is an amazing site that you can find. You can look around, right? It shows all, here's Ophiuchus, the 13th sign, here's Draco, here's Gemini, which is where Jupiter just entered Cancer. And so I'm going to show you what sign this new moon is actually in. So let's go check out Scorpio. Is the new moon in Scorpio? Okay, so everyone out there, do you see the sun or moon in the constellation of Scorpio? I certainly don't. So we're going to look on over here. In fact, the sun is not in Scorpio until about the 23rd of November. So all you out there whose birthday is right now, your sun is actually in the constellation of Libra. Okay, so here's the constellation of Libra, right? And in fact, Western astrology should not be called astrology at all. It should be called seasonology because it's not based. So astrology means the study of the stars. And Western astrology no longer follows the actual stars. It follows a fixed set pattern that has actually changed over the last 2,000 years. And that's why tonight, this new moon, the sun and the moon and Mercury and Venus are all in Libra, the sign of partnership, the sign of balance, the sign of harmony, the sign of abundance. And so if you want to go deep on this, I'm going to be doing a full live update tomorrow with our private membership and my partner for 1 hour. And then we're going to set intentions together around what we want to create going forwards into the next 2-week cycle into the full moon. And so we're going to dial it in. What's a good focus when the sun and the moon are in Libra and Venus, the billionaire planet, is also in Libra? What's the best focus for us if we want to create riches and abundance and prosperity in our lives? What does it mean for sun and moon to be in Libra? So I know that's kind of a big shock. That might be a big change for some of you out there. Oh, okay. So fun feeds. You think that maybe in Vedic astrology it's in Libra. Okay. So let me explain this to you real quick. So we are going to actually go up to the actual sky. Would you like to see what is actually happening in the sky? It's not that it's Libra and Vedic. It's that the actual sky, if you had a telescope and you looked up into the sky right now, you would actually see that the sun and moon are in Libra. Okay. So I'm going to share the screen again and show you what I'm talking about. Okay. So I will share the screen with you again. Now, it doesn't matter whether you think this is Scorpio or Libra. I just think it's important to show you the facts, okay? So this is the sky. So let's imagine that all of us had a telescope, right? Let me ask you this. Would you want to know what sign the planets were actually in right now? Okay. Okay, so let's go to Scorpio. So here we go. We're looking at the actual sky right here. Here's Sagittarius, here's Ophiuchus, here's Virgo, right? And we're gonna zero in on Scorpio, and we're gonna see if the sun and the moon are in that constellation. So what we're looking at right now is a live version of the actual sky. And so if you want to check this out for yourself, you're just going to go to stellarium.org, and this is going to show you what constellation the planets are in. Mainstream Western astrology that says that the sun and the moon are in Scorpio is actually not even based on the stars. It's not based on where the stars are at. It's based on where the stars were 2,000 years ago. And this is because of precession. This is not very well-known information, but my mom shared this information with me when I was 10 because she had learned the truth about astrology. And so these are what I would call astrology secrets that they don't want you to know. They don't want you to know what sign the planets are actually in because it would empower you too much. Since I started using the True the Star system, which I'm sharing here, I have 100% accuracy rating with my readings. Like straight out the bat, I could, I should get on here and I'll do your chart readings and you will be amazed. It's actually really incredible. So based on the True the Stars system, we're just taking the facts of where the sun and moon actually are. And so tonight they're actually in Libra. Venus, Sun, Mercury, and Moon, all in the constellation of Libra. So we're just looking up at the sky, right? We're just using our eyes and we're just asking the question, what sign is the sun, the moon, Venus, Mercury? What sign are they in? Okay. So this is not a Vedic versus sidereal versus mainstream astrology. This is a True to the Stars system. It's based on the actual sky. And it's true astrology because astrology, astro, means study of the stars. And I am here because I love you all so much. And I want to give you the information that is truthful, that is real, that is aligned to what is actually happening up in the sky. If you had a telescope, you could go look. And so sun, Mercury, moon, Venus, all in Libra, the constellation of love, balance, harmony, justice, the law. We have one planet over here in the claw of the scorpion, and that's Mars, right? But you can see as we look at Mars and you look at Scorpio, the sun and moon are not yet in that constellation. They will not go into Scorpio until about November 21st, 23rd, around there. Okay. So I know this is new information. I know this is maybe new for some of you, but I just wanted to give you this so that you could know the truth. Yeah, and so great to see you guys commenting. So great to see you guys up. I really wanted to get on here to wish you a happy new moon because it's the most powerful time. Yes, the 13th sign is Ophiuchus. Absolutely. Absolutely. There's so much misinformation in the world. Would you guys agree? Down to the food, to the government, there's just so much misinformation. And even in astrology, where they tell us that this new moon is in Scorpio, but then you go to look at the actual sky and you find that the sun and moon, Venus, Mercury are all in Libra. And I had to get on here because I was thinking about what happens when everyone on the planet, or like 90% of people who follow astrology, think that today, November 19th, had 1, 2, 3, 4 things in Scorpio: sun, moon, Mercury, Venus. Might there have been a sort of collective panic or fear about, or excited? Some people love Scorpio energy, right? I love Scorpio energy, but I know that it could bring up a little bit of anxiety if there were so many planets there. So I just wanted to say, look, the sun and moon, Mercury, Venus are all in Libra, sign of partnership, the sign of balance, the sign of harmony. And tomorrow, November 20th, because we have the involvement of Mercury retrograde and Uranus creating really interesting scenarios when it comes to electricity, the internet, technology, my partner and I had to reschedule our event. So we're going to be doing a live event tomorrow starting at 5 p.m. And I'm really excited because I'm going to dive really deep on all of this Libra energy and what it might mean going forwards. And we're going to do an energy setting intention call. So I love you guys. Thank you for jumping on my live. Are there any more questions before I jump off for this evening and start getting ready for our live event tomorrow? Would anyone like to join us? If so, just type yes in the chat and I can get you guys that link. Okay. Yeah, they did ignore Ophiuchus. They have, but if Ophiuchus is the energy of manifestation, right? It's the energy of truly magnetic, powerful alignment to what is possible in the energy body. And that information has been suppressed for thousands of years. Ophiuchus really does represent the return back to the wholeness. They say, right, the story of Ophiuchus, the ancient Greek myth of Ophiuchus, the 13th sign, is that he was actually named after a Greek half immortal, Asclepius. And Asclepius, right, was a doctor trained by Chiron, right, trained by the most wisest of all of the incredible centaurs. And that he actually learned how to bring people back from the dead. And so Ophiuchus energy is all about bringing things back to life, being able to resuscitate, being able to energize things that maybe seem hopeless, right? So we're heading towards that energy. Ophiuchus, Sun and Ophiuchus will be in December 8th, which is very exciting. Okay. So I hope you guys have a fabulous new moon. If you would like to join us for our new moon intention setting call, that will be tomorrow, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can email me at blossomwithlotusnow@gmail.com. And yeah, thank you, Carly. So great to see you. Excited to see you tomorrow at 5 o'clock. We're going to dive into the energetic of this new moon, and there's so many layers to it. And it's actually really exciting when it comes to abundance and when it comes to wealth. And it comes to really stepping into the beauty that we each are, really claiming the beautiful garments of light so that we embody not only our inner spirituality, but we express it out into the outer. So lots of love to all of you, my friends, wishing you a beautiful new moon. Please share, like, comment, subscribe. I love to hear about your experiences. I love to hear your impressions. And I love to hear what's happening in your lives. You're beautiful. It's so funny to do these lives because I can feel all of you and we're all so connected. We are one. Wherever we are, whatever we're going through, we are all part of this divine, beautiful blossoming of creation. And whatever sign you think this new moon is, I send you love and blessings and truly wish that may all of your dreams come true. And if you want to know more, we'll be going live tomorrow, November 20th, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to dive into the astrology and to clear blocks to setting and achieving the dreams, goals, and desires of our heart. So much love to you all. Let me know if you'd like to see more lives or what you would like me to talk about. And I send you all lots of love.